Hey, hello, morning everyone. How are you today? You all got take the MRT today? Breakdown eh? You all anyone experienced the MRT breakdown? No? You? Is it?
Yeah.
Which line are you from? I think the green line.
Yeah, the green line.
Green line, yeah. Breakdown, damn long. But actually I was very upset on that day. I mean, today this morning. But actually there's a guy who actually play the song called YMCA. You know before YMCA? You heard before? You sharing the first sentence? What is it? No, that's the chorus, right? So basically, it says young man, then what's what? Something that nothing will get you down, basically. So it's very, not a song to play at that kind of environment. So in my thought, I was quite upset. But initially, thereafter I felt that, hey, I'm actually on my way to do a very meaningful event with you all today. Okay, I'm going training today, Employer Act on leave benefits. It's very important. I know you all are mandated to come here, okay, by your managers, right? Senior managers, vice presidents, mandated. But I'll tell you, you will take home with you today valuable knowledge that you can apply in your workplace. Okay? So, just a quick introduction about myself. Okay, I'm Chris. Alright, I have around 10 plus years of experience in human resource. I do mostly recruitment, comm and ben, and handling employee issues. Okay, but I'm kind of sick and tired of waking up in the morning, dragging my feet because our office usually start at 8 and 9. But I usually have to stay until 11. So I decided to take a step back, okay, and do freelance training. That's why I'm here, become HR trainer. Alright, so I love food a lot, okay, so that's why I'm here. Your company is an F&B company, right? So, I'm so sorry. Sorry, do you have anything to share? When to go for lunch, great. Later we can discuss later. I'm so quite hungry now. Later, alright, later. Okay, so before we start, okay, it's very important to understand, okay, where's the washroom and where's the fire exit. I understand you already know. But then when urgency comes up, when it's here, you all know where's the toilet. When it's here, you don't know already. You are confused. So it's very important to understand where's the toilet, where's the fire exit. Look at me, left here, toilet, fire exit. Toilet, fire exit, alright? Okay, and of course, during this training, I hope that you all can turn on your phones. Just silent now. Okay, and of course, if you got anything to share, maybe just raise your hand. Okay, but then try to share things that is related to this course. Okay, right? Okay, we're going to have a quick icebreaker. Understand you all know each other, but then no matter how long you all know each other, there's always something that you all don't know about each other. Agree? You might be married with your husband, wife. I have a girlfriend, maybe for 10, 20 years, but there's always something that you don't know about. There will be. Okay? So now is a good chance to know more about your colleagues. Okay? By asking this question. Okay? Ask your friend beside you, why do you actually join the HR profession? And explain your reason. Then subsequently, you will share with me, and share the class. Just take a minute. Alright? Starts now. What did your partner say? Yes.
I found Shed that she joined the HR profession because it pays well.
Okay. Alright. I found?
Celine joined the HR profession because she can work with
people. Right. I like work with people as well.
Shed why he likes the HR profession because he likes to social work.
Okay, true. Lastly? Sorry?
Lots of girls around in HR.
Lots of girls around. Man, that's great. Surrounded by girls.
Here.
Yeah. Sorry? Because my girlfriend now, I'm committed. Right? Yeah, my girlfriend from HR. Right, and let's just share about myself. Why I joined a new profession. Actually, some of the reasons is sorry.
I didn't introduce.
Oh yeah, oh, you are sharing about yourself, is it? I'm so sorry. Yeah, you were saying?
This is Sharon.
Okay.
She joined HR because Celine is an opportunity for training.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone. Okay, just a quick sharing about myself. Okay, what do I do in HR profession? Some of the reasons you have already mentioned. A lot of girls around. Okay, do training. Yeah, I like to do training and socialize with people, talking to people. But in terms of salary, I'm not very sure maybe your company pays well. I pay quite little. Okay, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so that's my reason for joining HR. Okay, so today, actually, it's only 30 minutes, so I just cut it short. Okay, just 2 learning objectives for you to take home. Alright? 2 learning outcome. Okay, the first one, basically, after this lesson, you'll be able to list 4 leave benefits as covered under the Employment Act. And the second one, you are able to name 1 eligible criteria for all leave benefits. Very simple. List down 4 leave as covered by the Employment Act, and subsequently, what is the criteria for obtaining all these leave? You're following me so far? Okay. Sorry. So, okay. Why do we need to understand all this? Okay, any leave entitlements or any legislated benefits that's provided by the MOM, okay, our government, okay, we have to give. If we don't, then we might face legal issues. Okay, these are all in the news. All the F&B companies, okay, they are actually charged. Okay, now you might see that it's only a fine. But if the second offense, third subsequent offense, your company, the boss of the company might go to jail. Of course, there are some HR professionals that come to me saying, never mind, my boss go to jail, not me more. True, that's true. But what if you leave the company and you find another company? In the resume, there's all these details. Oh, your previous company got these labs. What are you HR is doing? What is HR doing? There's something that we don't want that to happen. Okay? Okay? So, the first one, type of leave benefits. The most common assumption is anything that is based on a contract, that's the leave benefits. That's the salary that you give, that's all the requirements of the contract. Okay, that's a common assumption. So anything, take for example leave benefits, that's not covered by the employment contract, you will not be covered. That's the most common assumption. Okay, by actual fact, that's not true. Okay, in reality, okay, these are the 4 leave benefits that is covered by the legislation. Alright, even if your employment contract doesn't have these leave benefits, you are still covered. And if you do not give this to your employees, that is illegal because the law says you must give. Right? First one, sick leave. Second one, maternity leave. Third one, childcare leave. Fourth one, annual leave. Very, very easy to remember. Remember I tell you about the YMCA song? Yeah. So the SMCA is something that just came out. Okay, just came out this morning. YMCA, yeah, true, I can actually apply for here. After I take out the Y, so become SMCA. Very, very easy to remember. SMCA. Of course, there are some people who remember things through stories. Let me share one story with you. I'm not Chris now, maybe I'm Christy. Okay, my gender become F. I'm a female. Take for example, I got a kid coming out soon. Okay, not really soon. Just have it. You know, like not just have it. I think I'm not very sure when you're supposed to have a baby. I think 2 or 3 months, right? Female can help me out a bit. 2 or 3 months? 2 or 3 months, still like that, cannot see. But sometimes you feel like that kicking me very painful. No, 4 months? 4 5 months? Can you feel it?
6 7 months.
6 7 months? Okay. Let's put it at 6 months. Sorry, I'm not very sure. I don't get my girlfriend pregnant yet. 6 months. 6 months. Can try. Soon. And the 6 months, maybe here, around there, right? A bit painful. But the baby come at 8 months, right? Correct? 9 months. So sorry. 9 or 10, okay. So the 6 months you feel it. You can feel something already. But can you take maternity leave? No. So what happened? You still come to work? No. Take sick leave. Baby kick me. Discomfort, cannot work. Take sick leave. But the baby is about to come up like that already. You take maternity leave. Preparing to give birth to the baby. Right? So the baby come out. Very, very happy. You need to take care of the baby. Correct? What do? You take childcare leave. Childcare leave. But government say only 6 days childcare leave. Hello, we got 365 days. 6 days childcare leave. Enough? No. So what happens when you finish your childcare leave? Okay? You got the whole picture? So what's the first one? Sick leave. Second one, maternity leave. Third one, childcare leave. Fourth one, annual leave. Easy to remember. Alright, so now I'll go on to the second part. When will you be eligible for all these leave? Common assumption, your performance no good, no leave benefits for you. You must complete probation. I give you 1 year probation. Wow, 1 year no leave. You kidding me? Huh? This is a common assumption, and in fact, I'm not joking. Okay, a lot of companies that I work for have this criteria. You complete probation and give annual leave. That is not true. That is the most common assumption that is very, very dangerous. Okay, what does the law say? In reality, as long as you work for your employer 3 months, we give to you. So let's say my performance middle call. Okay, extend my probation, but as long as I complete 3 months, I will have my annual leave. I'll have my medical leave. I'll have all the leave that is legislated by the government. Any questions? Agree with me? If you don't agree, it's okay. You can Google it. MOM is there. This is not by me, by the government. Okay. Now, we're going to do a case study soon. Okay, this case study, I'll give you. It's about employment contract. Okay, what's the first thing that you do when you join a company? What's the first thing that you will ask before you decide to join a company? So sorry.
What's salary?
Salary, correct. So,
Benefits.
benefits. I found
Working hours.
working hours. Okay. Study anything?
Everything.
Everything, right? Yeah. The first thing I'll ask is, what is my salary? Right. Don't tell me about, oh, usually we will have increment of 10% every year. Or usually you'll be promoted every 2 years. No. I'm not that important. What is my salary? What is my benefits? And all this is in the employment contract. So employment contract is the first thing that you give to your staff. The first touch point is very, very important, the first touch point. If the first touch point has any legal issues inside, what will happen?
Go to jail.
Maybe not you, maybe your boss. And it can lead to a lot of severe consequences. So now, this case study is about giving you an employment contract, and one you want to identify, okay, just 4 errors. 4 errors in this employment contract in relation to what I taught so far. Okay, so what are the 4 leave benefits that I said just now? Let's have a quick recap. I found. Give me the first one. S. Correct. Celine, continue. What's the A? M, sorry, maternity leave.
Childcare leave.
When you finish your childcare leave?
Medical leave.
Correct. When will you be eligible for all these leave? When? Correct. So now I give you a case study. Okay? So, this is, okay, you all will work in groups, okay? 2 of you all work together, and the 2 of you all, I found, you all work together as well. Okay? So any errors that you uncover in this employment contract, right? You just draw a circle at that number. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you see 1, 2, 3, 4? Just draw a circle to do. 4 circles in total. Take 5 minutes to do. Subsequently, okay, we have you all to present your answers. Alright? So because you're all from HR, right? So there'll be a times you uncover, actually there's not just 4 errors, there actually, but it's okay, just identify those 4 errors, okay, as you checked earlier just now, based on what we thought, okay? Okay, once you're done, you can just let me know. Or else you'll wait until the 5 minutes mark. You all got any issues so far? Actually, for this leave, did we cover just now? If not, then we can. Sorry? You think we missed out? To be frank with you, actually you are right. This one we leave it first, later I'll come to it later. Later I'll explain. Okay, once you all actually found the errors, right, you all can discuss with your partner, okay, to see whether, okay, you are on the same page. Okay? And if your partner didn't realize one of the error that you uncovered, please explain to him or her. Okay?
Then you're all wrong already. You're all wrong already. All wrong already.
You have uncovered more than 4 errors, right? Okay, next, 2. Just find the 4 errors that we taught, based on what we taught. Okay? Yes. Later I'll explain to you. Later I'll explain to you further. Okay, so okay. As I mentioned, you what's the eligible criteria just something did you talk about probation? What's the eligible criteria? After how many months? So probation is it a concern? You can say it's wrong, then later we can discuss further. Okay, then you can circle it. You can circle it. Seems that this group is ready. How about this group? Are you all ready? Okay, share one. Just 2 errors. 2 errors each team. Okay. So any 2 errors that this group has identified, okay, you all will track it off, identify another 2 errors. Okay? Of course, if I understand that you have actually found more errors, later we will come to that later. Okay? So who would like to share in this group? Okay.
Item 3 and 4.
Okay, do you mind if you let
Yes,
the whole lesson know one by one?
Yeah.
What's the first mistake?
Annual keywording on completion of your probation.
Yeah, share with us.
You'll be entitled to 6 days of annual leave. I think the 6 days of leave is not correct.
Okay. So how many mistakes are there in this sentence? 2. The first mistake is
Completion of your probation.
alright, as I shared earlier, it's actually after
3 months.
second one.
6 days of annual leave.
Okay, can. What about the second mistake?
Second one is also of the 4 months of service. It should be 3 months.
Okay, what is the leave that is talking about?
Sick
Sick leave. Okay, share the class, share the class.
I don't know, the 5 is about sick leave, and we talk about you only entitled after 4 months of service. I think it should be 3 months.
Any objections so far? No? Okay, now you share another 2.
We spotted on number 8 and number 9, which is number 8 is on maternity leave. Yeah, because you state that the person will only be entitled to maternity leave as stipulated if you pass your probation. So if the person deliver before that, that means but they never pass their probation, they cannot go on maternity.
Okay, so you are saying that is legal?
What's legal?
You are saying that sentence is legal? It's point?
It's wrong.
It's wrong. You're saying that sentence is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. High five.
I agree with
Okay, share another mistake. Remember, you will share 2 mistakes.
Point 10 on child care leave. Upon the mistake is upon completion of 6 months of service, you'll be entitled to child care leave. It shouldn't be 6 months, it should be 3 months.
Any objection from this group? You all agree? So agree that these 4 are the ones that are illegal. Okay, why? Why we say it's illegal? Just like you all some mentioned that it's because it said you must pass your probation. Some said because it stated there that you need to work 4 months or 5 months of service. But why is it illegal? What does it contravene? But the employee signs, if the employee signs, is it still illegal?
So long the contract is is wrong, it's not binding already.
So why is that clause wrong?
So wrong you.
No, I mean, why is that clause void? Why is it wrong to say that an employer is only entitled to annual leave after 4 months or after 5 months? Why is it wrong?
And when employment
Correct.
says 3 months.
You are right, because employment act says so. How come the exam leave and marriage leave, some of the leave, as talking about Valentine's leave, Valentine's Day, and wedding anniversary leave, all these, some leave also mention that you need to work at least a certain, more than 3 months, or pass your probation. That is not illegal, because that is not covered by the Employment Act. Anything that is covered by the Employment Act, we have to give, okay, no matter what the contract says. Okay, so understand that you actually uncovered more errors, which is actually is true. This employment contract is with reference to an exact employment contract I had previously. So some of you all mentioned about paternity leave. Okay, that is illegal, right? Actually, childcare leave. Do you see extended childcare leave as well? Some of them are illegal as well. But actually, all these leave are not covered by the Employment Act. They are covered by another legislation. So that one we will put it aside first. Okay, can? Okay. You all have any questions so far? Alright. So are you quite clear on the two things that you all should know before you go to the quiz section? The first one, the 4 leave benefits as provided by the Employment Act. What is an S? Correct. What's an M? Come on, give me a C. What's an A?
Annual leave.
Great. When will be eligible?
3 months.
Alright. Now we'll go to the quiz section. Okay, each one of you all will answer one. Okay. You want me to go through this way? Or go from that way? Ladies first, lah. Right, ladies first. Now, first quiz. How many months must an employee work in a company in order to be considered paid for leave benefits?
3 months.
Correct, number 3. Alright. Second one, I found. Under employment, an employee can be entitled to there are so many leave benefits. What are the leave that he or she is entitled to under Employment Act?
For sick leave, paternity leave, childcare leave, and leave.
Any objections? Correct. Okay. Main. Can it be considered for sick leave even if his performance is minimal, not up to standard?
Number 2, yes, you can work for the company for these 2 months.
How come? Why is it not 4? Why do you choose 2 instead of 4?
Because just now you say 3 months.
Correct. Correct. Okay, she's right. Now, the last guy for the lesson. Sorry.
Number 3, maternity leave and childcare leave.
Number 3. Any objections so far? Because all these leave are covered by the Employment Act. Okay, so in summary, okay, this is what's our learning objective for today. 4 leave benefits are covered by the Employment Act, and when will be eligible after 3 months. Alright. So as I mentioned to you just now, you all uncovered more mistakes, which I'm quite happy with that. I have conducted training before, and we have HR practitioners only uncover those 4 errors. And they tell me that the other clauses are legal. Okay, are legal, which is not true. So I'm happy you all identified these errors. Childcare leave, okay, paternity leave, and extended childcare leave. All these family-oriented leave are actually provided by the Child Development Co-Savings Act. So you must be wondering, how come employment also have childcare leave? Right? Also have maternity leave. All these are applicable only when your children are non-Singaporean. Your children are Singaporean, you'll be covered under Co-Savings Act. Okay. So basically, you might feel that so many legislation to wrangle, right? General coverage of employees, Employment Act. Family-oriented, covered by Co-Savings Act. If you hire foreigners, you need to understand Foreign Manpower Act. And you hire elderly people, they will ask you, what is my CPF now? I'm 50 years old, still 16 man? Can you answer? So many legislation we need to understand. So basically what is being taught here is only addressing to the tip of the iceberg. Okay? There are so many things that we need to understand. There are so many things we need to remember before we can actually be a professional HR practitioner to provide professional advice. But no worries. Okay? I tell you, cascade you to my knowledge to you, you can cascade and share to other people. Through caring and sharing, together we can make a difference. And when we do make a difference, we will definitely get there. Get to a place of time whereby we are professional HR practitioners. And when night falls, we look at the sky, we see 5 stars arising, celebrating our success. And when that happens, we are very confident. Don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh. Okay? You will be confident to tell everyone, HR profession is where you belong. Alright? So now, this is the color of the screen. When I think, people have a lot of ways to think. Some people look at the sky, some people stay at home. I close my eyes. When I close my eyes, I see this color. So now I want you to think now. Okay, choose whatever method that you feel that you all can think better and reflect. What I have to tell you, how are you going to apply to your current workplace? Take 50 seconds to reflect now. Okay? Alright, 50 seconds out. So just now the ladies first, let's be fair lah. Let's have a try. Sir, CS. So, all this knowledge that you gather, what will do with this knowledge? How can you apply to your current workplace?
So that the HR department will get no trouble with the law.
Okay, that's good. Me?
If you want to talent acquisition, I think I'm going to go back and relook all the contracts all over again.
Completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Okay, like what I said, this is only the tip of the iceberg. Okay, does it cover everything in the employment contract? No. You need to understand all the legislations before you can actually try to see whether this employment contract is legal or illegal. I found
Look at the employment contract of the staff.
same as me.
Yeah.
Alright, Celine.
Oh, I'm already doing everything right, so I'm okay.
Okay, that's great. Very, very great to hear that. Because there are health practitioners who come here and tell me and argue. No, the assumption is true. Yeah, I'm heartened to hear that. Heartened. So it's glad that you all understand. Okay, so before you all go off the class, it's very, very important to do an evaluation for me. Okay, chriscare.com, I care. That's why I joined HR. Okay, chriscare.com_e. Do my evaluation, you can rate anything you want because there's no name involved. I don't know who are you. I won't come and find you. Okay? Attendance later, when you step out of the room, before you go out of the room, remember you do your fingerprint with HR department, just punch out. Okay? That will do. Alright? Any questions so far before we end this lesson? Thank you very much.